What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the channel.
Fine. Turn it towards me a little bit if you can. All right, straighten it up.
All right, looks good. All right, we're gonna take Homer uptown, get all this pressure washed and cleaned. Meet you up there. All right, guys, had to make a quick pit stop up here to our local dollar store, see about getting some degreaser or some oven cleaner or something kind of help out with this mess. All right, let's see what we can find here. Nope. Here we go. All right, there's some degreaser. That's our ticket. That ought to be enough for an engine bay. All right, guys, got our engine degreaser from the old dollar store. Look at our boy Homer over there looking all majestic. All right, let's get up to the car wash, get him cleaned up. All right, we're up here at the car wash. I'm gonna go ahead and degrease the crap out of this. Not sure how well it's gonna do, but we're gonna do it anyway. Get up in here all deep like. Oh, this is gonna be fun to have all over the trailer. Wind blowing 200 mile an hour. But we gotta get it done, right? Get all this jazz off here. Get this all painted. Ah, good night. Get all this crap off the trailer. Looks much more better. Just rust now. It's all right, that paint will cover that right up. All right, good deal. Let's get him back to the house, get him dried off, start getting him pretty. Didn't turn out too awful bad. I'll take it. All right, guys, we got Homer put back in a spot here in the shop. After the pressure washing, everything turned out pretty decent. Got most of the sludge off there, everything cleaned up. Obviously, you're still gonna have the rusty color, but we're gonna paint all that anyway, get it good and cleaned up. I do have new suspension parts from Energy. These little biscuits here. I have those new to put in. And then we got new front shocks. Well, check out the ball joints and all that. I think they're probably fine. I mean, keep in mind, this car only had like, what, 20-some thousand miles on it? Believe it or not, it just sat in that field for 20 years. But anyway, we got a lot of work to do in this firewall. So I'm gonna get that addressed so we can get this under primer, get it under paint, get it looking nice. You know, all of this jazz, get all this cleaned up. A lot of wire wheeling to do, but, you know, we'll fast forward that for you or not record it all and then bring you back to when we get to the painting. But anyway, so let's keep plugging away. Let's get him done, get him out of here. All right, guys, I'm getting this old, I'm not even sure what it is, sometime the old sealant or what have you off in the back where these boxes used to be, and I'm sure some of you know the proper name, I just don't, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I do. But anyway, I just took an old, like, nasty used flat disc I had laying over there on the bench, and it seems to be taking it off rather than taking a wire wheel and just, you know, catching shrapnel all day long. So this seems to be working pretty good, so let's keep going. Cool, just like downtown. So we'll keep working on this, get the rest of it off. Then I'll get the grinder out, smooth off some of these sharp edges where I cut these bolts off. We'll go from there. Let's keep going. All right, guys, I went ahead and got everything ground off, cleaned up, burrs removed, all that good jazz. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this grime and stuff cleaned off with some good old-fashioned hot water, elbow grease, and Brillo pads. and get all this cleaned up, because all this grime and jazz on here that the pressure washer didn't remove isn't going to allow the paint to stick, and it would just be a big waste of time. So now I'm going to go ahead and get all this cleaned up, and then we'll probably go ahead and get the firewall under primer, let it sit tonight, tomorrow wet sand it a little bit, and put on our paint, and then we'll start focusing on this jazz down here. So let's get this cleaned up. All right, guys, that come out pretty good. So what I'm going to do real quick is take the old air wand and just kind of blow everything out real quick where there could be water. Like that right there, that would totally ruin our paint. Now, this isn't no Boyd Coddington paint job by any means, but do what I can to keep it somewhat looking nice. Like right here, see all that water? All right, cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to throw a torpedo heater on it and get that good and hot and warm. And then we'll come in and put our primer on. We'll go from there. Let's keep going. All right, guys, I got everything on its final wire brush down. I mean, everything is about as clean as I'm going to get the rusty old girl, which is fine. Keep in mind, this isn't like Chip Foose doing this or anything, but we're going to go ahead and get everything here painted black and get all this taken care of, let it cure down, and then we will start working on this firewall. I figured it's probably a little bit easier to touch this up than it is to touch that up, shooting black. So I'm going to do this first and get it out of the way, and then I'll work on up here and get this done. So let's get to painting. Put a little happy tree right here. All right, guys, get you some of this. Now, I didn't record any of it because it got foggier and I'll get out in here with the paint to the point I had to cover the cars. But this is awesome. Turned out beautiful. All that wire wheeling and cleaning and scraping and pressure washing and all that. I mean, this turned out beautiful. Love it. Firewall turned out amazing. Now, don't freak out about the holes. Some of these existing holes I'm going to use. Whatever we don't use, we'll create panels or patches and put on here, and we'll just rivet them in. I'm not going to weld and tear up the paint, but love the color. Even got inside the door jambs of both doors. Got up underneath, lined her out real nice. Turned out great. All right, guys, it's been a couple hours. I've had the paint, just kind of curing up here with the heat. Everything turned out good. It's nice and dry. I mean, I don't want to get to fooling with it a whole bunch, but anyway, it still looks as beautiful as it did a little bit ago. So anyway, I've got a little bit of time, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and get these body bushings put in here, and I've got some new shocks I'm going to go ahead and put in the front. Now, these body bushings are from Energy Suspension. We got them here and here, and then the shocks I think are from Napa. I can't remember. They were a sponsor of the channel for a while, with some parts, and then we moved on to advanced. So I got some new shocks. You know, they're not QA1, but they're new shocks. So we'll go ahead and get those put in here, get this done. And I think I'm going to call it a day and go up and spend some time at the house. But man, what a blast. Anyway, let's go ahead and get these slapped in real quick, and we'll go from there, see what happens. Well, we got worst case scenario. I got 3 of the 4 bushing bolts out, and this one snapped off inside the frame rail. So, I don't know. Tried putting some pressure on it to get it out, so I'm gonna have to do something. So, yeah, it's what I get for trying to do it right. But we're gonna have to try to get this bolt out. The rest of them are, you know, there and over there. Good night. Man, I look rough. Well, anyway, guys, check this out. It has been a long day. It has done got dark on me in a hurry out here. Well, here he is for today. I'm calling it. We'll get back on it tomorrow, but we got firewall completely done. That green looks amazing. We've got new shocks, brake lines, got the wheel woods put back on, got new body bushings, everything painted here. Now tomorrow is gonna be a rough day, and I'm going to tell you why. Because this body bushing bolt sheared off up inside the frame. So I'm going to have to figure out how to tackle that. We'll figure it out. I don't know. But I got to get that body bushing put in. But, I mean, this is all but ready to go. Got to run some brake lines, or a brake line up on the firewall to feed the brakes. I got to get that old fuel line and junk out of there. But, I mean, that's freaking awesome. I love it. So that's going to be the end of this episode. I appreciate you guys watching with me today. It's been freaking awesome. I love it. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. BRG out.